So, I have been thinking about this review for a couple of days and, specifically, about giving it 1 or 2 stars. But after getting through half of the book and, finally, getting to the meat, I realized that Tony has little of substance to say. 90% of the first half of the book feeds you promises of what he is going to tell you in later chapters. He talks a lot about the latte factor savings. He delightfully gives examples of ultra-wealthy individuals that do not have to worry about their next meal and points out how you are not so far away from financial freedom. He gives examples how by cutting out $4 lattes, per day or Louis Vuitton bags, or not driving BMW you can save a ton of money. We proceed to the next section where you make a plan for how much money we'll need for the rest of our lives. Tony devotes this entire chapter to describing his web app, which is not a regular downloadable app from a Google or Apple or other store. It's actually available on the web, but only through mobile. Huh? Tony, you are cheap, and you should just pay Google, Apple some fees and make it easier for your readers. Oh, and by the way, I really have a problem that there is no differentiation between different stages in life. Tony assumes, for example, that if you are 20 and your expenses are $3,000, then all you need for the rest of your life to achieve financial security, that's another chapter on how he defines security versus freedom versus another several levels of accumulation of wealth, is $36,000/year for the rest of your life. The biggest expense, at least for those in US, is healthcare. Speaking of international audience, Tony mostly about financial products relevant to Americans. Does Tony address the healthcare cost? Nope, there is not a mention of healthcare anywhere. So, pray to whatever deity that you or your loved ones don't get sick, which can seriously wipe out the millions you saved if you got that far saving on lattes. Oh, and by the way, the app shows that paying for college education for your kids is a luxury. Oh, and if you want to reduce how much it's costing you now to live, don't fret and just move to another city, that is from NYC to Alabama or for that matter to another country. Your community and loved ones be damned, or a fact that you need a job wherever you move. Then the constant name dropping of the ultra successful investment managers and how they are going to share their secrets with you in this book. Right. And they don't get any royalties. They are just benevolent father figures that made their money on making markets and now are going to pass on their secrets. I stopped reading right after he mentions what David Swenson tells him: stock picking, market timing and asset allocation. If that was so easy to do, we would be the ones giving advice. Seriously, Tony, that's just insulting. I wanted to give this book a 2-star for the rah-rah, but advice Tony gives is so utterly off the mark that I cannot possibly recommend it even for a novice.